It's your boy James with the Stop Being Dirty, Stop Eating Dirty. Conceited is cocky and confident. Till when I'm concealing, get cocked and leave him in unconsciousness. So I wouldn't want to mess with me. I hope you do have SONS. So when you die, you can leave behind a legacy. You be wilding out. So I pick up and pull it and aim at his lid. And if you don't have children, go holla at Nick Cannon and borrow one of his 37 kids. Yo, Cassidy, you only came to battle rap because you was going broke. That's what we all believe. Because ever since you stopped eating with Swiss, there been holes in your cheese. You had the game on lock. But you were the one he forgot when he got with Keys. And now you had to restart your career. Why you think he want that rematch with Free? Yo, Cassidy! Oh my God. So, URL had Cassidy versus Freeway. Let's go through the little timeline. We can even mix in the fact that the whole thing got dirty. I already gave the backstory. RBE, URL had Cassidy versus Goods, Cassidy versus Arsenal, Cassidy and Arsenal. The investment they're putting in Cassidy, they didn't get the get back. Let's just call for what it is. Then Cassidy and Arsenal was a big flop. They was done with him. RBE had to roll the dice and start messing with Cassidy. Ends up having the biggest battle and probably ever in RBE and the biggest face-off ever in battle rap. Cassidy was hot. He's the energy. URL said, Matumbo, no. And he was like, no, Cassidy, come back home to URL. We can't have another Max Out 3 with you in it. So they locked Cassidy down for the Freeway battle. Doo-doo with the caca. Ain't nobody want to see that. So I don't even think Cassidy wants to see it. I don't even think Freeway wants to see it. But it was a way to lock Cassidy down with a deposit. That's like 2 years old. Literally, it's like 2 years old. The last Max Out is, right, the Max Out with Cassidy and Hitman is about to be 2 years old. We haven't seen Cassidy in almost 2 years, 4 months away, like right around that mark. And we're yet to see Freeway and Cassidy either. So the battle with Cassidy to like get him away from RBE has not gone down. Then Cassidy comes out and announces, yo, I don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? I've been ready for the battle. You know, they're not giving me no dates. They basically, I don't know what's going on with them, so I'm moving on. I'm not staying around for that battle. I'm not waiting for it. I'm going back over to RBE. He mentions he had talks with RBE, the Charlie Clips possible battle, whatever the case would happen with that. Then he mentions he might go over to RBE and just do a Cassidy versus Cassidy. You see how dirty it's getting? But let's now clean this back up. The beauty of this is happens all the time. It happened with Sue Surf when Sue Surf publicly mentioned that he was in talks with RBE. Next thing you know, URL and Sue Surf went into AMG mode. He never turned back. But if you really know your timeline and your history, Sue Surf went through I think the last thing we seen where the Loaded Lux choke, the 40 bars choke, then he went to Sue Sharp. In the midst of that, in the lockdown, he mentioned that he was in talks with RBE to get a battle over there. He went public with that. I guess the higher-ups of URL seen that and said, don't you dare come back home, son. And they basically, you know, Sue Surf took off from there. Hope he's doing well in his situation, by the way. Hope all that turns out well for him. I say that to say this. Cassidy put one of those, put it on forefront on a Hip Hop Is Real interview, said, yo, I've been talking to RBE, whatever. I want to, you know what I mean? I'm not waiting on this Freeway battle. He puts that out there in the energy. They see that. Now, let's pause that timeline real quick and go to Conceited. Salute to Conceited. I need to see this Rum Nitty versus Fonz, because Conceited said that was the best battle he's ever seen in his life. That's a huge statement. That's a huge statement. And I won't be surprised if it is one of the best. Fonz is incredible, as well as Rum Nitty. So I hype to see that battle for sure when it drops. So they interview and Conceited, and they say, so what do you think about battling Rum Nitty? He said, I'll definitely battle Rum Nitty. He's super fire. I'm with it. But URL is trying to book me and Cassidy before Rum Nitty. When I combine all these facts, I say this. They've been wanting Conceited back. Conceited wanted to come back. We all want to see him versus Rum Nitty. But the fact that, and they know they want to see Conceited versus Rum Nitty. Now, would the bigger draw be Conceited versus Cassidy? Come on, 100%. Conceited comes with his own fan base with Wildin' Out, and Cassidy's been in the game over 20 years. He comes with an entire different fan base. as well, inside and out of battle rap. That is the money battle. That is the big battle to go with. On top of the fact that you want to pull Cassidy's interest back to you because he's talking about going to another league. This is just my opinion from putting all the details together. If you agree with me, I know you do, because you know these are facts. So the facts of this all going on, we are going to see a Cassidy versus Conceited battle. This battle happened before before a Conceited and Rum Nitty. What do I think of? I think the battle's way better than Freeway. I want to see Cassidy again. I want to see Conceited come back. And I definitely I think this is a battle that's one of those ones that, like we spoke about, was supposed to happen over the years. I mean, you only have a selected few battles that never happened. The Cassidy and the Mook, the Daylight and Lux, the Big K and Avs, like some battle, Murder Mook and Briz, you could even throw in there. You know, a bunch of battles like that. So to have this battle going down and Conceited confirming it is pretty dope. That's going to be a huge, huge battle. That could carry an entire card. What I want to see Conceited, I'm very interested in seeing Conceited. See, this is the thing, right? I'm not counting Cassidy out because you can't. I mean, yeah, you can. But Conceited, it's like, it's a safer battle to me. I think it's a safer battle because you're going to get like a, like Cassidy comes with this aura, this certain style to him, right? It's like you have style, almost like you have a punchline, both punchline rappers, but when you have Conceited and Rum, this is who's the better punchline rapper, period. That is a straight up punchline battle. When I think of Cassidy and Conceited, I don't see it as that. I think Cassidy does more than Conceited does. Conceited literally just punches. I think Cassidy throws in storytelling, you know, the whole Hitman, basketball. Like, I never see Conceited rap like that. It's punch after punch after punch after punch after punch. I feel like it's more of it's a challenge, a more challenging battle versus Rum Nitty, because who's the better puncher? I'm gonna have to go with Rum Nitty. I have a fear that Conceited's gonna have some outdated bars. I think he's gonna have some crazy slow it down, just diss you. I think he's gonna have some of the craziest punchlines he might have ever heard. He's been away for a while. He's a smart guy. He knows what he could get away with, what he can. And then after standing in front of Rum Nitty, he knows what the competition is bringing. He's not one of those outdated, old, retired rappers in a sense where he's not in tune with what's up. Now, don't get me wrong, but can he be a little too maybe wilding out vibes in his mind? Possibly so. But when it comes down to battling Rum Nitty, I think he knows what's up. I also think, do you think Cassidy's a safer battle for Conceited? It's funny because Cassidy definitely has this tougher aura to him, more of a street aura. Conceited doesn't have a street aura at all. That's not what he goes for. It's not to play him. He just doesn't. He's like his name is Conceited, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that could hurt him as well, because Cassidy could go a route that, like, it's smart to battle a guy like Conceited in a gutter sense with ill punchline. So if I battle Conceited, I would say let me street talk him, because he doesn't have that, but I also have to keep up with his punches. So I have to try to do what he does and master what I know he doesn't. That's the strategy. So I gotta try to keep up with the punches, even if I can't. But I'm not so focused on that. As long as my punches aren't trash compared to his, it don't have to be as good. As long as it's not trash compared to his, I won't look too bad in that category. But there's so many other categories that I could beat him in because he doesn't have it. I'm not saying me, Jim's, I'm talking about like as a battler, anyone to go and battle him. That's what I think the game plan should be. I'm hyped to see Conceited back. I've always been a fan of Conceited. He was a supporter of Jim's as well. He said he loved my blogs, you know, funny and all that. I think I'm hyped to see him back. I want to see Cassidy back again too, and I want to see Rum Nitty get the battle he deserves, which is anything he wants. I think Rum Nitty is a loyal URL artist, one of the best to ever do it, and people like that should be rewarded. You rewarding people who choke, who don't show up to battles, who's take off. No, reward the people who put in this groundwork, this hard showcasing their talent to the best ability, and Rum Nitty is that. So Rum Nitty versus Cassidy. Versus Conceited, he's saying that'll go down. Yo, remember, Rum Nitty and Murder Mook, bro, they're gonna have Rum Nitty versus Mook on the card with Cassidy and Conceited, that would be insane. I wouldn't waste both those battles on one card because those could carry two different major cards. But these are the battles that are going to be in the work. It's going to be a crazy 2023. Let me know what y'all think about these battles. Do you want to see Cassidy versus Conceited? Do you want to see Conceited back at all? Do you want to see Cassidy back at all? Let me know. You want to see Rum and Conceited first? Do you think Cassidy should get the battle first? Let me know what y'all think. Hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Don't let yesterday's sorrows mess up your happiness for tomorrow. And happy. Hold on. I have a series dropping. And when I tell y'all, there's like a 10 parts to this, but you're going to be like, wow. It's innovative for me. Maybe other channels have done it before. I never have. But who I have with me, y'all gonna be like, wow, I was the right person to get this person. The questions I asked, the truth that came out in this what you call an interview, Jim's versus, and it's gonna be special. I can't wait till y'all see that. I'm gonna put that out probably after this, part 1, and then I'm gonna talk to you in detail of how many parts we do have and all the questions that any of y'all ever thought that someone wanted to ask this person. Your boy just did. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and stop being dirty.